Welcome back to the program. This month is Heart Health Month, so we are focusing on things that taste great but also really help your heart. And joining me now is Kinsy McNamee. She is from ProMedica, right?
Yep,
and your intern, introduce yourself.
I'm Kelly Baumgartner from Bowling Green State University.
Okay, so we've got, today I was not messing around. I have got the actual experts today, not half you know, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do this. You guys really know. I have really good education and science behind all of our guests today. So heart health. What can we do to make sure that we have a healthy heart?
Eat a variety of heart healthy and nutritious foods. So we have a great recipe that we're sharing today that, along with heart health, also kind of featuring Valentine's recipe dessert that you could make for your sweetheart.
That's nice.
So we have our ingredients here. This recipe could not be any easier. We're using 72% dark chocolate. You've heard dark chocolate's good for you,
Dark
right?
chocolate, absolutely.
It has these things called flavonols in them, which is one of those micronutrients in foods that you can't easily reproduce. So that's why it's so important to eat such a big variety.
And what is why do we want the flavonoids?
So the flavonoids are a group of antioxidants. So they help with decreasing inflammation in your heart, which obviously is very good. You want to keep that inflammation low,
Right.
to keep your heart healthy.
Inflammation down for things like arthritis is important.
Yes.
And psoriasis. There's a million different reasons why eating this kind of heart health diet can help you in a lot of different ways.
Unfortunately, not all chocolate is created equal. The higher the percentage of the cocoa, the higher the flavonols that are in there. So to get the benefit out of dark chocolate, you actually want to keep that at least 60% of the dark chocolate solids.
That's perfect to know.
So we're using 72% dark cocoa.
Okay.
About 5 ounces, which would be about 11 of these squares. Pop them in the microwave, probably about a minute, mix it up real good. And then the base of that, instead of using egg yolks and heavy cream, which a typical mousse recipe calls for, we're using a 000 Greek yogurt. Vanilla flavored, so it still has a little bit of a sweetness to it.
And you mix that up.
You just whip that up a little bit, dump in the dark chocolate.
And here it is, if you look on the above camera, this looks like a fantastic dessert.
It's very rich, very decadent.
And your
a little bit goes
sweetheart
a long way.
will love it.
So
That's a good idea.
we've added a couple dashes of cinnamon, which cinnamon also has some health benefit properties to it. There's a lot of promising potential on its effects with lowering blood sugar levels. So we've a couple dashes of cinnamon, and then of course our berries.
And so let's talk about berries real quick. Berries are good pretty much across the board, but I find that you're really good with berries like your strawberries, your blackberries, your blueberries, right? Those are the ones you can find easy.
They have those deep red, those deep purple, those deep blue colors, which you don't get a lot of other places. So that's the whole reason that dietitians talk about eating the rainbow, is because every different color of fruits and vegetables has a different type of those vitamins, minerals, those micronutrients that you want.
So you've got it on top of a dessert, but what if sometimes I find they're a little bitter. What do you recommend in terms of maybe sweetening it just a little bit? I need a little something.
To add a little bit of a sweetener to it, and it's really whatever your choice would be. So you could drizzle a little bit of honey. You could even just do, sometimes just a little bit of a yogurt with it too can kind of help bring out the natural sugars in it. Even just a dash of table sugar is okay as well.
Okay, I go with the honey for sure.
Like a little bit of sweetness, that's fine. Also just wanted to mention that, you know, if you don't go through fruit that quickly and you end up tossing a lot, there's nothing wrong with frozen as well.
I do frozen
There's
a
no
lot.
sugar added to it. It stays stable in your freezer, so by all means, frozen or fresh, absolutely fine.
See, Courtney said the same thing. We think, oh, we get so confused with what's organic, what's local, what's this, what's that, and then we start, can I get it? It's okay to get the frozen.
And a way that I like to talk about it with the people I do nutrition counseling with is any fruit or vegetable is better than no fruit or vegetable. So if all you're doing is canned, obviously watch the salt a little bit, but that's better than not doing a vegetable at all.
Got you, got you. So then we've got some nuts here. You've got walnuts. That's one of you. You put it on the top of that.
And so the walnuts are another great heart healthy food because they contain a lot of those good heart healthy nutrients such as omega-3s. And so omega-3s are really great for heart health. They help reduce the inflammation in the body like Kinsey talked about, and also can help lower cholesterol as well. They also contain a lot of antioxidants like vitamin E. and so that can help reduce the plaque buildup as well. And then also the walnuts also contain plant sterols, which also help block the cholesterol absorption in our body as well. So all great things about walnuts.
And then so we've got two other things that maybe you don't quite know what they are if you're just looking. What do we have here? And
well, I kind of wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about flax and chia.
Okay.
Because these two things, I should have had them by each other. These two things can kind of get
here. Let's put them over here so they can see about flax and chia.
Used. They have some similar properties. They are both good sources of those omega-3s that we just talked about.
Okay.
And they're also both good sources of fiber.
Okay.
Flax is going to be a little bit higher in the omega-3s, and then the chia is going to be a little bit higher in the soluble fiber.
Get them small though, like you need to grind them up.
The flax you absolutely need ground up.
Grind it up.
Because that's how it releases those nutrients.
Right.
Chia you can do whole.
Okay.
Chia absorbs those liquids, so it's a good way to, you know, kind of make a pudding out of it almost. So mixing it in with a yogurt and with an oatmeal, it actually kind of, I mean, it gets bigger.
Okay. And then, so also they say sometimes that helps if you've got hot flashes. You're supposed to have the flax, isn't that right? Flax seeds.
They are, yeah, they're great for everything.
Nobody in this room has hot flashes but me. I'll just have that. All right, and so finally you also have
We have our beans. Beans are a powerhouse of soluble fiber. Soluble fiber is probably one of the best things that you can introduce and increase in your diet to protect your heart. It's great for lowering that cholesterol. It's great for so many things.
And it's something actually people like too. It's not, you easily can incorporate black beans,
add 'em
where
to your
some things
salad,
you're
add
like,
'em to your soup.
how will I do this? That one is like an easy. And finally, my favorite food group, red wine, is my favorite food group, for sure.
So again, heart health for red wine. This has the resveratrol in it, some of those polyphenols, those antioxidants, the tannins and the anthocyanins, which is going to be in your grapes, which is why red wine is a little bit better for you heart health wise than white wine.
And it's again a moderation kind of thing, so it's just 1 bottle a day.
Yeah. 5 ounces a day, 1 drink for women, 2 drinks for men is considered moderation. But the good news too is that not just red wine. If you don't like red wine, actually any alcohol helps bump up that good cholesterol. So if you don't like red wine and you like something else, it's still moderation, but that can be heart healthy as well.
Wonderful ideas. Again, February is Heart Health Month. ProMedica.org is actually a great resource. You've got Go Red for Heart Month. Thank you so much, ladies. I really appreciate having your education and getting your good scientific information out there and not sort of the myths or the fads. This is really good, what you should be doing to keep that heart healthy. Remember, 1 bottle a day. She said no, 1 glass. All right. Stay with us. When we come back, we're talking